In this video, we're going to walk through how to create a very basic text-based vinyl sticker for use on your Tech Deck skateboard. So on the screen now, I have a little image of what your final sticker will look like. This green part of the skateboard here is because I'm going to be using green acrylic in this particular case. And you can see the purple text, and that's because I'm using purple vinyl, and this is what my sticker is going to look like. Just a very basic hashtag YOLO. So in order to create a basic sticker like this one, first of all, you're going to go File, Open, and you're going to open the template that will be provided to you by your teacher, which should look like this. So before we start drawing this, I recommend you set your Illustrator up the same way as I have it here, and that's so we have all of our little tools up the top of the toolbar. To get these up here, we're going to come up to the top where it says Essentials. Yours will likely be on Essentials as default, so you can see here we don't have that toolbar. So we click on this, Essentials Classic, and that'll give us these options. It just makes life a bit easier as we travel throughout. The other thing to note on this template is, over here on the right-hand side, you'll have a Layers button. If we click on that, we have two layers. This one here is this skateboard. We can hide that, bring it back, and it is currently locked. So that's so we can't accidentally click on this and drag it. You can change that by hitting the padlock, which will allow you to move it. But leaving that padlock on means when we're playing around with our text, it won't get in our way and it won't make our life harder. So to do the text, it's very simple. Just move this out of the way. Come over here to the left-hand side, find the Type tool, and to do text, we're just going to click once on the screen. We got Lorem Ipsum, which is just placeholder text, so we can see where the text is going to go. We're going to go ahead and type our word and hit escape when you're done, or you can come back up here and use the selection tool, and you'll get this red border around the outside. This is going to allow us to move this around, and if we click in the corner here, we can now scale it. So you'll notice if I drag it down, it stretches those words out. It doesn't look very good. If you hold down Shift, it'll lock the aspect ratio and make sure everything stays in proportion. All right, the next thing to do is to make this look a little bit more exciting. It's just chosen the default font here. Looks pretty boring. So I'm going to come up the top where it says Character, press this arrow, and it's going to allow me to go down and choose some different fonts. It's important that you consider what font you use. If I go to this one here, you'll notice that these letters are nice and thick, which are great, but we've got these small little lines here. They might not turn out so well on a vinyl cutter because this is only really small, so these are going to be very small bits. So it's better to choose a font that is solid with not much detail as per our criteria. So in this case, I'll choose Cooper Black. Zoom back out, and I'm going to squish this in so it fits in place. So I'm not locking my aspect ratio there. I'm just going to stretch it so it looks good to the eye. And there's my text. So at the moment, if I sent this to the vinyl cutter, it would not cut because it's still text. We need to give it a path so that the knife and the vinyl cutter can follow it. To do that, I'm just simply going to go up to the Type menu, and I'm going to look for Create Outlines. If I do that, you'll notice, if you look carefully, there's now a red line around my text. And if I come over here to the swatches, and I hit this little arrow to swap, fill, and stroke, you'll see we get the outline now. So if I sent this to the vinyl cutter, it would cut along these lines, and I would get my hashtag YOLO to get my sticker. Important thing to note when you're doing text like this is if I made a mistake or wanted to change the word or change the font, I can't do that anymore. It is now a path. They're actually line drawings. So to change the text, change the font, I would need to use the Type tool and retype it and delete this one here. I can come in though and adjust the size of my text if I need to so it fits inside there. So that's it for this first one on how to do a very basic text-based vinyl sticker.